Hey, Dan Passarelli here. Happy middle of the week. Happy day before Halloween. Happy All Hallows Eve. Today, I want to talk about an earnings trade, but not an earnings trade that I would typically talk about, not a total earnings domination trade, but one that I saw come up and show up in Wing Spread Genius today that I thought you might find interesting. Let's take a look. So this is Wingspread Genius, and we've got these Iron Condors that traded in Meta, 200 lots, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 1,000 of these Iron Condors traded. They all traded about $1.81, all within a second from each other, I guess, or so. Not even about a half a second from each other. So it's basically all just one trade. Now, this is an interesting one because Meta has earnings coming out after the close today. And so this is an earnings trade, and someone is thinking that Meta is not going to gap that much. So let's see here. If Meta is at 595, say, 595 minus 520 is 75. That's about 12.5% room to the downside before this trade runs into trouble. And to the upside at 690, that's $95. That's more. That was at 13-14% to the upside this can gap. Now, you may be thinking, well, geez, that's a pretty big gap. Now, I've seen Meta gap more than that on earnings. In fact, last quarter, we were within that range, but the quarter before that, it gapped down 14.8%, and that's just from the close to the open. The quarter before that, it gapped 16.4% from the close to the open, and actually throughout the entire day, close to close, it was up 20.3%. So this is a pretty aggressive bet. Hopefully it's not someone just speculating, and hopefully it's well thought out. Usually these trades are very well thought out because if you're trading 1,000 of these trades, you've got a lot of money behind you. You're a professional. So this person is surely managing his or her risk. And I wouldn't even be surprised if they look for some opportunity to take some of them off even today to try and squeeze out a nickel or a dime just to improve the cost basis on the remaining ones. But I thought I'd share that trade with you. That's not how I typically trade earnings. I have sometimes traded the earnings Iron Condors when our time spreads don't work out, but it's a good one to take a look at. I hope that helps. This is Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart.